Hello, everyone. I am Matthew Thomas from Super Cool Radio, and joining me at this time is our first ever guest from the United Kingdom. Please welcome the front woman of Season of Ghost, Sophia Aslanides. Thank you
Yeah.
for hanging out with me.
Very, very nice to be here.
Season of Ghosts, I've been only listening to you guys for about 2 weeks now since
Yeah.
Dakota actually brought it up to me and shared your music with me. I really like
hmm
the term cinematic electro metal. I
hmm
like.
Yeah, well, this is the closest to a genre that I can come up with, to be honest, because if you actually listen to the music, it's not very genre specific. It's a mix and match of pretty much a lot of scenes. Like we mix a lot of Japanese music, a lot of American music, a lot of European music, rock and metal. However, the vocals are kind of popish. So basically, yeah, I cannot really say that if I was someone else and I listened to those albums, I wouldn't be able to pin down exactly what I'm listening to. And I believe that's the beauty of it. It doesn't matter that you cannot pin it down. It's kind of easy to listen to and hopefully memorable.
Really like everything you guys got going on. I especially like you got some insanely awesome guitar riffs, and I like that it's a nice combination with the electronics as well. Because I know a lot of bands either just like use a lot of electronics and don't use as much guitars, but you guys have such a nice blend of just everything.
Mm. Yeah, the first we have two albums and we are pre-producing our third one at the moment. So the first one had more prominent electronics, I think. The second one had a better balance between the two, and the third one is going to definitely increase the volume on the electronics. However, the guitar is going to be omnipresent. I don't think we're going to compromise either of the two. So I'm very very excited to work on it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having listened to your music for only a few weeks now, and I really like it. I especially like the latest album, Leap of Faith, which I believe was about 2 years ago. It was when it was released.
Yeah, it's almost 2 years ago since it was released, and yeah, since then we've been releasing lots of videos from the album. The latest of which was released like approximately a month ago, which is called "How the Story Ends," and which we filmed in Japan. And I think it's my favorite video to date.
Then, how was it? Because you released a couple, music videos for the album. So how was it filming those? Because you guys do a lot of different stuff in each of the music videos.
So the first single from our second album and current album, called "A Leap of Faith," was called "A Place to Call Home," and it was filmed in Turin, in Italy, where originally Zombie Sam is from. Zombie Sam is our guitarist. So he knew some amazing locations, and he said, like, why not utilize the locations over here? So we found a helicopter company that agreed to rent us the helicopter. I'm not sure whether that was a very good idea eventually. Um, and yeah, oh my God, I'm gonna tell you why. And the Italian nature was really beautiful to film in, but yeah, the helicopter ride went kind of wrong because we had three boys and the pilot, and everybody was like, "Step on it," and I was like, "No fucking way!" And yeah, she did step on it, and I almost yeah, I almost threw up. Thankfully, I didn't. But I started shouting like, "Stop, stop, and let me down." So yeah, after like 5 minutes or something, they just landed and they left me and they went for round two while filming more material, and they were going crazy. And I'm like, okay. Well, it took me like 30 minutes and half a pack of lemon candies or something, the super sour ones. Thank God I had them to just calm down. But yeah, me and motion, not very good friends. So that was for A Place to Go Home. then we filmed A Leap of Faith, which is the title track, and that was filmed again in the Turin area in Italy, but in the countryside, like more countryside than a place to go home, and that was kind of like in the woods and by the lake. So we filmed this video by the lakes of Avigliana, which is a town in the region of Turin. It's incredibly beautiful and it was very lonely, like no people, and it's a place that you can go to relax and see lots of beautiful flora and fauna and taste local products and all the stuff that I like. So basically, the keyword of that video is green, and color-wise, I believe it's my favorite video ever. So everything has the color of green, and it's a very beautiful and artistic video overall. I'm really proud of that one. And also the song, it's the lyrics, they really encompass the theme of that album. It has a very personal significance to me, but even if you don't know too much about me, you can still, I believe, find meaning and motivation through that song. So those were the two singles from A Leap of Faith. And then the third single was Listen, which had a lyric video that is super cute, so you should definitely watch it. It was like super cute, and it had all my favorite stuff inside, like old books and hourglasses and watches, and yeah, I'm a bit hysterical with watches and hourglasses. I collect them. So it has all of that stuff, and yeah, and the fourth official video we released was What a Time to Be Alive. That was over a month ago, and it was a fan project that we completed while in quarantine. And it's comprised out of fun videos, people essentially filming themselves, either dancing, singing to the song, or showing off their merch, or their pets, or their nature. So we stitched it all together along with a few shots of us, and it became a very nice video to essentially help us remember that what we went through, and that we went through all this together, and we still are. And the last but not least, fifth video for the album is How the Story Ends. That was filmed, like I said, in Japan, in Tokyo, in a very beautiful studio. That was our first video shot 100% in a studio. And it was a studio very antique, Victorian, and full of real antiques, actually. So yeah, the aesthetics is pretty good if you're into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I really liked all the lyric and music videos you incorporated for Leap of Faith. Obviously very cool for the helicopter. Maybe didn't enjoy it as much as as much as it looks very cool. It looks very impressive.
It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. It looks impressive. But I would be okay flying again, just if the pilot is really behaving like the Jude. He was like, I don't know, going like upside down, and I'm like, seriously, you want to kill me? So yeah, with this kind of movement, I'm not okay. Like my stomach is not okay. But if it's going like normally in a normal flight, it's okay.
Yeah, and also as you said for Listen, I noticed this in the video as well, that you incorporating other people, other fans with your work. I thought that was very cool, especially with everything going on right now. Obviously, well, no shows obviously is the one thing not going on, but with incorporating people that at least that we are together, maybe not physically, but at least we are together, at least virtually and mentally.
Absolutely. We're taking extra care to make sure that people feel supported by us. The people who are following us, they feel supported, and whatever concern or worry they might have, we welcome everyone to share it with us, especially on our weekly live streams. We started those live streams a few years ago, but as a monthly thing. But after the quarantine started, like somewhere in March, we started doing it on a weekly basis. and eventually it has unfolded into a weekly, I don't know, metal comedy. I don't know how to call it. Supposedly we were we were supposed to share band news and touch base with everyone and make sure everybody's okay, but eventually it's turned out into a nice little train wreck. And yeah, it's more of a comedy show than anything else.
Yeah, I got to catch the latest one. I only watched it for about 20 or so minutes, but you guys were talking about Halloween and stuff like that, and I think it's very cool that you do it every week, and it's a great way to connect with people.
And we play music in between. Not every time, because we don't want it to become something boring and to do the same stuff over and over again. But we do play music, and sometimes we cover some other songs. But yeah, we've turned basically our entire discography into acoustic, which was a very nice challenge altogether, because we had to do it on the spot. We didn't really dedicate time to do like to make super preparation, because we wanted people to be involved and to see the song unfold. So we made it and we worked on it on the spot, just to give the people that spontaneity, like to share, like, oh, that's the journey, so they didn't stay in the studio like for 30 hours to perfect this. We're perfecting it together.
I really like that. It's very impressive, on your guys' end, and actually people to see that, this is on the fly, that we were just doing this all together. I think that is very cool.
Yeah, but because I mean, like, yeah, you can announce that you're going to do a live concert, and sometimes we did, but now because the restrictions are more than they were in the summer, we're not doing any concerts at home. We used to do like 3-piece concerts with the drums as a backing track. So the bassist would come home and we had the full setup, the full electric set, and people could hear the actual sound. But we're not doing this anymore. So in those cases, yes, you have to be prepared and you have to show like your best self. But the live streams are something different, and they're something very relaxed. So we want people to be part of the process. So we're 100% unscripted, not warmed up, and all over the place. And so yeah, people can have fun by seeing all that, the imperfection and everything.
Yeah, for sure. And it shows, well, obviously it's very fun to watch, very entertaining, but also just shows that, as you said, it's unscripted. It's just you guys having fun with everyone, even though you can't physically be with them.
Yeah, we make sure to keep the conversation going. So it's not just us talking, but we are definitely talking and picking up topics based on what people are saying and their answers.
Yeah, and as I said, I saw the latest one you guys were talking about, Halloween. This obviously this is 2020. What are any of your plans for Halloween this year?
Well, I wish I could have been at Universal Studios Japan, which is my favorite place to be on Halloween, or Disneyland Tokyo. However, because we cannot be there, we are going to stay home. We decorated a month ago, and I'm probably going to make a nice pumpkin cheesecake with fresh pumpkin, because it has to be that way.
That's the only way to make it.
Yeah, always with fresh. I do not want canned stuff. So I'm probably gonna do that, and we might do a Halloween movie marathon. Although to be honest, what we watch is usually Halloween-ish. What constitutes Halloween range of movies? Like we watch a lot of horror, we watch a lot of sci-fi. So yeah, what people watch on Halloween, we watch the whole year. So it's not going to be that special, but maybe we're going to rewatch Hocus Pocus, which is a very, very distinctive Halloween movie.
Yes, it is for sure. Actually, I've actually never seen it. I know about it, but I've actually never watched it.
Yeah, it's actually a very good one. It's one like instant classic, like Home Alone, that you never get tired of watching. So maybe you will like it. At least like it's I remember watching it as a kid, and it's one of my nicest memories. And a few years ago, we actually covered one of the songs, Sarah's theme. That's the part where Sarah Jessica Parker, she's singing and trying to lure the kids in. So yeah, we covered that, and we hadn't released it digitally anywhere, but it was just a free download we had made for the fans. But now we licensed it properly, and we're going to release it like in a few weeks.
That is very cool. I'm looking forward to hearing. I gotta catch up on my Hocus Pocus. Probably, still got over a week for Halloween, so I got time.
Yeah, it has the retro coolness element to it, so maybe you're going to like it.
I think so. I like the horror and the sci-fi genre. I don't know, like it's not as extensive. I think you are, but I think I can still get into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are some of your other favorite Halloween themed movies to watch?
Okay, so last night we watched the movie called Halloween #2. So that's obviously a classic. Like the entire series of the Halloween movies are very nice to watch. What else? Pretty much like Nightmare on Elm Street would fit quite nicely, I think.
I haven't watched too many Halloween movies. I try to watch, obviously in October, and sometimes I feel like not in October, but I haven't. I've been kind of busy this month, so I haven't been. But I liked. I'm a fan of Rob Zombie. I liked the first remake of Halloween. I thought that was very well done.
Oh, that's what Sam has been talking about all along. He's like, yeah, you have to watch Rob Zombie's remake. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I will watch it. We're going to watch it probably soon.
Yeah, it's very well done. I really enjoyed it. But I'm a fan of Rob Zombie, so I might be slightly biased.
Yeah. Sam is really partial to Rob Zombie. Like he really likes the music. So yeah, he definitely agrees with you.
That's good. At least I got some. Have you had any like past costumes that were your favorite for Halloween?
Costumes.
Yes.
Well, I do not really dress up, to be honest. And I don't know why this is, because probably I'm used to dressing up like every day, and people like my parents, they always think that I'm dressed up in a costume, and I'm like, no, this is my fashion. So because everybody thinks that I'm dressed up in a costume, maybe I do not feel the need to dress up in a costume.
You don't have to go out of your way if you're already dressed up. Yeah.
The goth kids, like it's Halloween every day, kind of like that.
Yeah, I got invited to a wedding on Halloween, so like they said for the after party to wear a costume. So I'm still trying to figure out what to wear.
Oh wow, that's incredible. That's a very good idea.
See, my parents just found an old top hat that used to be my great grandfather's, so I'm thinking about incorporating that somehow.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So we'll see. So obviously, it's 2020. Obviously, not much is going on. So how has Season of Ghosts been staying busy during this time?
Okay, to be honest, I would benefit from not staying busy for a little while, because I'm definitely overworking myself, and Sam is doing that too. Although I'm certainly including our day jobs and everything else in the mix. Because we are working day jobs. We are marketing managers, both of us. And then we have our studies, because we're studying for more certification, like marketing certifications or other courses and stuff. So I'm also studying acting and screenwriting. So here's my studying part. And then we also have a ton of work for the band. And because essentially it's my project, I'm doing most of the work for Season of Ghosts. And so I end up working from like, I don't know, 9 in the morning to, I don't know, 2 in the night. And it's not it's not very good for my health. So that's why like I'm chronically fatigued. So Sam has been helping a lot with the recent stuff. Like he's been designing merch. He's been working on videos and a lot of other material and collateral for the band. So we are definitely keeping very busy. We are currently working on the third album. And like I said, we are live streaming weekly. So, And then what else are we doing? We are working a lot on the infrastructure of the band, stuff that people cannot see from the outside. So how to improve our processes, how to improve the way we present ourselves. There's lots of work going on, but people are going to see just the 5%, the final result. So we're doing lots of invisible work, and we're trying to do the best, to be our best selves as soon as things go back to normal. So we are going to be ready, not caught off guard.
You guys doing a lot, not only for the band, but also your lives and careers as well. And it definitely shows. I mean, just you put a lot of absolute quality into everything you guys do. And definitely, I kind of feel it the way like I do the super cool radio stuff of like, starting in the morning, working a day job, then coming home and catching up on all the work I'm trying to do. So I definitely very relatable.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. That's your passion project and you believe in it, and you definitely shouldn't give up on it. So yeah, I definitely understand you, and I understand the passion and the sacrifice and the extra mile that you're running to make this all possible.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it doesn't feel like work, but I mean, it's still
I know.
every
I know.
day. Like some days, like Friday, Saturday rolls around. It's like I just want to take a nap.
Yeah, I know. And supposedly weekend comes and you're like, yeah, weekend for everyone means relaxing. For us, it means a bit more work than normal.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm not complaining. And I mean, everybody who ever did anything worth mentioning had to go through this and much more. Sacrifice and prioritizing the passion, working on your passion project instead of relaxing or going out. So at some point, it's going to pay off one way or the other.
Exactly. And can't say it any better. I mean, if you want something to happen, you got to put the work in.
Yeah, definitely. Nothing is going to be handed down to you. And certainly, I was thinking today, my cat is talking to you, sorry.
Quite all right. My cat's around here somewhere.
Oh, you're a cat person. Good.
I am. She just likes to hide. So I want her to come on like the interview sometimes, but like she just hides upstairs.
It's okay. Yeah, my cats feel very talkative when I'm on the phone. They want to talk. They want to say their opinion. So depending on what I'm talking about, I have a different cat voicing an opinion.
That's the life of cat owners.
Yeah, we have 4 to choose from.
Wow.
Sit down. Sit down and don't talk.
So I always ask my guests this question. So what music have you been listening to this week?
This week, actually I've been listening to what I usually do, and that's a lot of smooth jazz and some very nice and happy bossa nova. It helps me to relax and it helps me focus better. So it gives me some extreme calmness. So it really helps with my stress because I work too much and I have too much on my plate in general because I do 50 things at the same time. So it really helps calm me down. It doesn't have lyrics, but I mean, the music speaks for itself. So I always have like hours and hours of endless smooth jazz and bossa nova, and I'm like, the happiest person in the world.
That's some really good stuff. I've obviously I've been listening to Season of Ghosts, and I just got a new a live Alter Bridge album, so I'm really looking forward to that tomorrow.
Excellent.
So, but also, I usually ask this at the beginning of my interview, but I'm actually going to ask it now. So, if you were stuck on an island and you're going to listen to one band, but you can listen to a whole discography, who would you listen to?
Okay. Well, what I would say would be I would take I don't know if compilations count, but I would take like endless classical music with me, like the classic composers. I would take that classical music with me to help me from going insane. Yeah, I believe that would be the most wholesome choice for me.
I, I like that pick. Like I don't listen to a whole lot of classical music, but I can get down with it.
Yeah, yeah. It's music that feeds and nurtures the soul. So I believe that if I had to go to a solitary confinement, like in an island or so, I had to pick just one thing, that would be it.
That's a very good pick, and I would go with Bush because I've been on a huge Bush kick lately.
Bush. Oh my God, I remember when they came out in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm kind of just catching up on that. So
Yeah, or at least they became popular in the 90s, like early 90s. Like MTV was playing them like non-stop.
yeah, they just released a new album a few months ago. So like I
Oh,
like oh I listened to this album. Oh, the first album's really good. So like I've been listening to that lately.
excellent. I need to check that out too, see how they're doing.
Yeah, they had some albums were not Bush, even though it was called Bush, but not Bush. But definitely this one I
Yeah.
think definitely a comeback for them, and a comeback for alternative rock.
Oh, wow. That interests me because I used to be a super huge fan of the Smashing Pumpkins, like in their golden era, like mid 90s and until 2000, like until Machina. So yeah, I have like everything they've ever released
Yeah,
before that.
I got the original lineup stuff too. I really did the Smashing Pumpkins. I was actually supposed to see them live. Obviously it was 2020, so it didn't happen. But
Yeah.
yeah, they are a solid band. Especially I think I haven't got to see them live, so that was why I wanted to go.
Yeah, yeah. Billy Corgan is my spirit animal. Like whatever he said, he used to say in his lyrics, it resonated a lot with me when I was a teenager. So, and later on, like I found lots of inspiration in what he said. And although like he's rumored to be quite quirky or obnoxious by some people, I find a lot of sense in what he says. So yeah, spirit animal.
That's good to know. But yeah, no, Smashing Pumpkins always solid. And yeah, I've heard odd stuff about Billy Corgan, but I don't got a problem with him. I mean, a lot of the stuff he says does make sense, but some people might take it differently. But I got no problem with it.
I don't believe like any rumor can stand. I mean, like rumors are called rumors for a reason because
Exactly.
people can say whatever they want for whatever reason they want. But I generally don't care about rumors. Like if I personally know someone, then I can judge their character. But aside from that, no.
Exactly. I agree with you. Like just because someone says something doesn't mean it's actually true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I very much agree. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on Super Cool Radio. First
Thank
ever
you too.
first ever guest from the United Kingdom.
That's an honor.
And I got one more thing before we go. I know obviously we kind of talked about it a little bit with it being 2020, but what's kind of some of the future plans for Season of Ghosts for the beginning of 2021?
The beginning of 2021. Okay, so I don't know if it's going to be the beginning, but most probably it's going to be there. We're going to record our third album, and hopefully it's going to be released somewhere in 2021. The entire thing. Hopefully we're going to have a new single by then. And when touring comes back, it probably is going to be towards the end of next year. We're going to be there playing shows all over the place, and hopefully we're going to come back to the States that we haven't been to for a while. And we really miss our US fans. Because to be honest, I mean, like I've played in front of many audiences, like lots of countries across Europe, Asia, and the US, and people in America, they have that special. I don't know how to express it. It looks like they're coming to a concert to have fun, and they show it to you. They're not afraid to show it to you, and this gives you so much energy that even to someone like me that I have social anxiety and I'm like super shy on stage and I'm like, oh my god, they give me so much energy that I feel like I can do everything. It's incredible. So I definitely want to go back there, and especially because like at least 55% of our fan base lives in the United States.
Whenever it's safe for you guys to return, I would definitely love to see a season of Ghost show. And
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying about like we pay our hard-earned money to show up and we're just gonna have fun, because like for some people a concert is like it's like stress relief, it's like being accepted. So definitely I understand where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, and it's nothing that you can take for granted, because like people think that, yeah, I'm going to a show because I want to have fun. But some people go to shows just to be judgmental, or they are bringing their, I don't know, their petty self, their sour self, their grouchy old lady self to the concert. And it's not like you cannot entertain this kind of audience. You definitely can, because it's a challenge. They are difficult, to win over. So it's a good challenge for us. But if the audience collaborates, like usually happens in the US, or at least in my experience, whatever concerts I have played there is a different chemistry, a chemistry like very explosive. So the show becomes much better.
Yeah, people really get into concerts. Like, I mean, especially when you get the crowd going and everything, and they're hot. It definitely it adds just another layer to the show.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Indispensable.
Yeah, for sure. And you can't. You just have to experience it. It's not just something that people can describe.
That's the magic of real concerts. So, but for the time being, we're playing some online shows, which is not the same. It's better than nothing. It's much better than nothing, but it's not the same. So we're definitely looking forward to getting back on the road.
When it is safe to tour again, if you're ever in the Midwest of the United States, I would love to see you guys live for the first time. Thank you so much. Had a great time chatting with you about Halloween and Season of Ghosts and all the fun stuff.
Likewise, likewise. It's been a pleasure.
For Sophia of Season of Ghosts, I am Matthew Thomas from Super Cool Radio, and thank you for listening.